Hello, welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I am Stevie B. Happy to have you all with me today on Next Island. Guys, I'm at the Crystal Peak Teleporter. We're going to head over to Oasis Outlook, so let's jump right into it. Now, if you're just landing on Next Island, we've already talked about the 5 different planet-specific factions that Next Island has related to Next Island's lore. Knowing the basics of the factions helps us to better understand the items, missions, and planetary side of Next Island, things specific to Next Island. And we've talked about the fact that each of these 5 factions has their own VIP Clubhouse area we want to get access to. We want to try and get access to these areas pretty much first thing when we land on Next Island. There's going to be very important missions inside each of these VIP areas that we're going to want to take advantage of while we are here, so having access to these areas right away is very, very important. So today we're going to look at one of these 5 VIP areas. When we come to Oasis Outlook, if we go over that way, that's where we usually hunt some chimera, looking for those adjusted sinews. But we're going to come over here, we're going to go south, and we're going to see that there is a big giant drop off. Now we're not even going to dare try and jump down, but let's take a moment to enjoy the view. We're up pretty high. We're going to use this televator, and we're going to go down, and we're going to try and get access to the STEL VIP house. So this is going to be the STEL VIP mission. Now whenever we come over here, we can see the clubhouse has the insignia on it as well as the name STEL. And if we try and go in, we're not going to be able to get in, but let's see if we can take a peek in the window. And we can see that indeed there are some NPCs inside that will give us some special missions once we get access. Notice they've even got boards over the windows to keep us from seeing in. How cool is that? So in order to begin this mission chain, we're going to want to come over here to the house next door, and we're going to want to talk to Gert. Now, I've already talked to Gert, so I can't do it again. I've already started this mission chain because I want access. However, when you come talk to Gert, the dialogue that pops up says, STEL are the toughest warriors of Next Island. You think you're tough enough to roll with those in the STEL HQ? Well, we're about to find out, and he's going to give you the mission chain. So first, let's look at my missions, and let's actually pull it up. Here it is, get STEL VIP right here. Track it. So in order to do this, we've got to do a couple things. We need to hunt 1,000 island sharks, which you notice I'm only on 7 of 1,000. We need to attempt to craft island shirt 500 times, which I've already completed. And then we need to find Next Island specific ores or Enmaters, which would be phlogiston, Sorensen stone, protonium, or dark listerium 50 times. However, here's the kicker. Only finds of over 3 ped will count. So not only do we need to find Next Island ores or Enmaters 50 times, but each claim has to be 3 ped or higher in order to count. You'll notice that I'm on 9 of 50. So we're going to click off that, and we're going to talk about this mission in a little bit more depth, and we are then going to talk about the rewards that you get. So I'm going to head back over to the televator because the very first thing that we need to do is craft those 500 island shirt attempts. Now it's attempt. It doesn't have to be success. And it can be either male or female. So that's great news. Here's the problem. A lot of you might be saying, I just landed on Next Island. How do I get the island shirt blueprint? Well, this is one of the blueprints that can only be retrieved from doing a mission on Next Island. You can only do this mission one time, and you do not want to get rid of this blueprint, whatever you do. So the good news is this is an easy mission. We're just going to head over to Crystal Peak Teleporter. If you already did this mission, already got this blueprint, and for some reason got rid of it, you might be able to find one on auction if you're really, really lucky, or you might just be able to borrow one from somebody. However, if you do any of these missions to get these one-time blueprints on Next Island, keep them and protect them as best you can because you cannot get them again. And trying to find these blueprints, if you accidentally get rid of yours for some reason, can be very difficult. So once we're at Crystal Peak, we just run up here like we're going to go into the hut, and we will see an NPC named Sara Murray. She's actually wearing the island shirt, and she's also wearing some cool tropical shades. She'll pop up here in just a second. Sara Murray is going to send us on a very easy mission. She's going to want us to go talk to somebody else and report back. And when we do that, she's going to give us the island shirt blueprint. That way we can do these 500 crafting attempts. Now, usually whenever we're talking about these one-time blueprints that you have to do a mission for, usually I cover them in their own specific video. However, this is literally as simple as coming to talk to Sara Murray. She's going to send you to talk to somebody else. You go meet that person at the waypoint, you come back, and then she'll give you the island shirt blueprint. So that's Sara Murray right there. So let's run in here to a crafting terminal, and let's take a look at the island shirt blueprint. If I happen to have it on me. I'm not sure that I even have it on me. Yep, I sure do. I've actually got 2 of them somehow, which is weird because you can only get this blueprint once, so I must have bought a collection of blueprints that had this in it. But it is a level 1 print, so you can use it right out the gate. It uses the tailoring profession, and it only needs 2 lesser Elysia and 8 refined hematite crystal per attempt. So I was able to bang out these 500 attempts pretty quickly, which is how I got it off my to-do list. Now next, we need these 1,000 kills of island shark. Now this is not great white shark. This is island shark. It has to say island shark. If it doesn't, it won't count. The good news is there's no specific maturity we need, so we can use the youngs because the youngs have just over 1,000 HP, and we can find those. I want to be sure I've got my information right. Just west of Oite Ridge. A-J-O-I-T-E Ridge. And generally whenever I'm hunting creatures that swim in water like sharks, I try and use weapons that I can swim backwards while using, because it usually is easier and faster to move backwards through water, which gives you just a little bit of an added edge to it. So now here is the difficult part of this mission chain, guys. We have to find these next island ores or Enmaters. Now remember, we have to find 50 finds total, and each find has to be 3 ped or more. So there is actually a trick to this. Trick number 1 is you're going to want to stay very, very dedicated. You're not going to want to give up on this. Just stay dedicated, but keep in mind that these next island ores or Enmaters, there's 3 next island ores. There's only 1 next island Enmater. So whenever you're out mining and you're going specifically for this part of the chain, it might be helpful if whenever you equip your mining finder, instead of going for both ore and Enmater, since there's only 1 Enmater, just do away with that, save 1/3 of the cost, because you can save 1/3 of the probes, and go for ore only. Now, there's another kicker whenever you're doing this part of the mission chain, and that is you're going to want to use an amplifier. So specifically, you're going to want to either use the level 2 Finder Amplifier Lite, which we can see right here, TT value of 50 ped, market value about 105, 106%, very, very easy to get off auction. Or if you don't want the level 2 Finder Amplifier Lite, you'll just want the regular level 2 Finder Amplifier, which is right here. Now, the regular has a 100 ped TT value and a markup of about 104, 105%. So markups pretty close to the same. It's just a matter of 50 ped TT or 100 ped TT. Now, the reason that you're going to want this amplifier is because whenever I did this mission unamped, I did find probably another 9 or 10 finds. However, they were too small. They were less than 3 ped because I was doing it unamped. So I got tired of every time I would find a next island ore Enmater, it wouldn't even count. So I threw a level 5 Finder Amplifier on, which was way too big, and then I ended up finding these 9 out of my 50 finds. So the key to using the level 2 is the level 5 finder amplifier can actually be too big, and because of the way mining works and because of the way loot works, I probably actually did myself a disservice using that level 5. I probably could have gotten 13, 14, maybe even 15 finds instead of the 9 finds that I got had I just been using a level 2 instead. Essentially, the level 5 can make it too big where you're not likely to get it. To put it into perspective, let's go with pyrite. If you use a level 2 finder amplifier when you're out looking for pyrite, you're probably going to get a couple of claims. However, if you use a level 13 finder amplifier when out mining for pyrite, you might end up making it where the claim size would be so big, it would be so much pyrite, that it would actually exceed the limit of pyrite that the system would allow to be in game at the moment. So therefore, you don't end up getting a find at all, which is kind of a bummer that sometimes it works that way. But that's why you're going to want to use a level 2 or a level 2 finder amplifier light when doing the mining section. Now, it would also help to have a good general knowledge of mining here on Next Island. That is beyond the scope of this video. However, there are some very, very, very knowledgeable miners in game. I know a lot of them spend a lot of time here on Next Island. And if you're going to be at Crystal Peak specifically, or if you're going to be in any of the sweat circles, if you just ask around, you will get to know who the miners are. I've got 5 or 6 people on my friends list that I could just send a message right now and be like, hey, could you just tell me the easiest place to go mining for Dark Listerium or some of these Next Island ores and Enmaters? And they would just give me waypoints and say, hey, this is the best general area. And then bada bing, bada boom, I just equip my mining finder, throw my level 2 or level 2 amplifier light on it, and I can go out and I can probably end up knocking out this mining portion of the mission chain. I would probably say in 45 minutes to an hour with a level 2 or level 2 light amplifier, and with just a couple of basic waypoints from people who spend a lot of time mining. So the hardest part is just going to be the determination to get through this mining portion, as well as getting through grinding out 1,000 island shark kills. Now, like I said, luckily maturity doesn't matter, so we can use the young, so that does help us out a little bit. Once we manage to do all that, we come back and we will actually get access to the STEL VIP headquarters behind me. Now, the thing about it is, this is one of the few VIP missions where you actually get a reward just for completing the mission. Whenever you complete the mission, you will come back and you will get a message that says, if you made it this far, congratulations, welcome to the STEL VIP Club. Now time for your rewards, right? And you will be given access to the STEL building, but you will also get 80 ped of universal ammo. You will get a limited blueprint that is good for 100 clicks of Sky Ripper Loyalist Limited. So a limited item that you can make a limited number of times. In this case, the number of times you can make it is 100. And you will also be given a one-time reward of 0.81 ped of perception. Now, that's all good and dandy, but why would we go through all the trouble to get access to this particular VIP? What is so great about this particular VIP area? Well, this has a daily mission in it that makes me want to jump for joy. So I'm literally going to jump on screen because jump for joy. So the first daily mission that you will get whenever you get inside is to kill 500 mutant boar. And the great thing is boar, even mutant boar, all maturities of boar, drop the incision plates needed for the plate upgrade chain that we'll be doing here on Next Island. But if you kill those 500 mutant boar, you get a limited blueprint to again create a limited item, in this case the Scavenger Sky Ripper Limited, and this blueprint is worth 5 clicks. So if you do it one day, you'll get 5 clicks. If you do it the next day, you'll get 5 clicks. If you do it the day after that, you'll get 5 clicks, and you can stack these up. So if you did it 3 days in a row, you'd have 15 clicks. If you did it 5 days in a row, you'd have 25 clicks. And you can make all the Scavenger Sky Rippers you want at that point. But the other daily mission is the one that I'm really super excited about. It's the Robot Menace Daily, and this is the reason I want access to STEL VIP myself. You get the Robot Menace Daily mission here inside the STEL VIP building, and it wants you to hunt Portal Guardians or Care. And this is a progress bar fill mission, so you'll get a progress bar that will slowly fill as you hunt Portal Guardians or Care. Now, if you're going with Portal Guardian Young, which is what I will usually be focusing on, then it's going to take about 1,000 kills to fill that progress bar. However, when you do, you get a reward choice of 0.59 ped TT of any of the following skills: Carpentry, bioregenesis, that's right, bioregenesis, which is needed for those limited restoration chips, or analysis. And if you remember from Summer Migration, whenever we did Longtooth Codex on Planet Calypso, analysis is a very, very, very rare skill, very hard to grow, that has an impact on all three of our looter professions. In fact, I grinded out all of the Longtooth Codex and even a repeat. And the reason I did Longtooth all the way through the end of Codex was specifically because I had a rare ability to use the Longtooth Codex to get analysis skill as a reward 3 times. So analysis is that valuable of a skill that I was willing to cycle close to 100,000 ped on Longtooth just to be able to claim analysis as the reward 3 times, because it's usually not available. Well, coming here, getting access to STEL VIP, and doing this Robot Menace daily, I can go out and kill about 1,000 Portal Guardian Young and claim 0.59 ped TT of analysis every single day. Now, I may even choose to alternate between analysis and bioregenesis. I might choose to alternate between analysis, bioregenesis, and carpentry, all 3. But this is a great mission that has an amazing reward. I can't believe they put analysis, carpentry, and bioregenesis together, because that is such a hard choice. And the other thing is, we want to hunt those Portal Guardians because we need something that they drop in order to make those armor plate upgrades. If you remember, storage, we've hunted Portal Guardians before. Let's get everything to load. I don't know why things are loading so slow today. And they drop fullerenes. These fullerenes are one of the things that we will need in order to upgrade our plates later on. So I can also stack this daily Robot Menace mission with the daily Maybe mission for the anti-gravity chest, which makes it the perfect stack. I'm going to be getting a great skill reward when I complete this Robot Menace daily here at STEL VIP. I'm going to be out getting some fullerenes while I'm completing the mission, and I can stack it with my daily Maybe mission, which I want to do as often as possible so that I can make those anti-gravity chests. So I absolutely love this Robot Menace daily mission. Now, I probably personally will not be doing the one for the Mutant Boar Kills daily, for the Scavenger Skyripper Limited, Blueprint Limited. I probably won't be doing that one a lot, but I want to try and do this Robot Menace daily mission as often as I possibly can. And that's why I tell you guys, when you come to Next Island, you're going to want to get access to these VIP faction buildings as fast as possible. It's one of the very first things, if not the first thing you should be doing when you land on Next Island, is getting access to these, specifically each and every one, all 5 of them. Neo, Risa, Loyalist, Stel, Haruspex, because the missions that are inside are going to stack so well with other missions that you're going to be doing in game, and the rewards for these missions inside these VIP buildings are just absolutely extraordinary and are really going to help you progress through the game. So guys, that is everything there is to know about STEL VIP. Now, I do not have access yet. However, I do hope to have it very, very, very soon. Hopefully, you've just landed on Next Island, and you can come do this for yourself. You can go over to Crystal Peak and talk to Sara Murray and do the quick mission for the Island Shirt Blueprint. Just be sure and keep it safe, and then you can come knock out this STEL VIP mission and get access to get these 2 daily missions that are really, really going to help us progress through the game. So guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. Sip, sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. We will cover the other faction VIP areas here on Next Island in future videos. But this is the one I wanted to look at today because STEL VIP, they're all important, but I really like this one because of the mission stacking and rewards from that Robot Daily Menace Daily. So we're going to leave it there. Head over to earnped.com because when you earn, we earn. It's the best way you can help support us. Simply use the links on the website to go to hideout.tv. Hideout will automatically add us as a redemption option for Hideout points. No additional effort needed. Guys, please do as the banner at the bottom of the screen says, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. You only have to do it once. It only takes a second, and that will keep you fully up to date with all the new content that we post and put out there. Keeps you up to date with all the things that are going on inside of Entropia and all your opportunities to play smarter, not harder. Guys, please also be sure and hit that like button on every single video. That helps us to combat the trolls and the haters that are out there. And more importantly, when you hit all 3, YouTube starts putting our videos in front of people that it knows play PC games, MMOs, and real cash economy games. And you guys deserve to know that we're getting emails from people every single week that say, hey, I was on YouTube messing around. I saw one of your videos pop up. I'd never heard of Entropia before. I started watching the video, started watching the channel. Now I've been to Icarus. Now I've been to North Swamp Camp. Now I've been out into the universe exploring. Would you please thank your followers for liking and subscribing, because since they did, that's why I got to see your video pop up. And now this is my hobby, my passion. Now this is the game that I love. So you guys deserve to know you're having an impact, not just on the game, the economy, the community, or even my channel. You guys are having an impact in sharing Entropia Universe, this game that we love, this passion of ours, with people who have either never heard of it before or who are even finding it for the first time in a long time, all because you guys support us by hitting those buttons. Now guys, I don't just want to tell you about getting STEL VIP access. I don't just want to tell you about these missions. I want you to come to Next Island. I want you to get really immersed in Next Island and have a great time here and find out what a wonderful place Next Island can be. It can be your unofficial home away from home inside of Entropia. It's a great place to be. Come check it out for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Come put your boots on the ground, get STEL VIP access, and let me know what you think of these mission chains in the comments below. So guys, we'll leave it there for today. We'll be back with more for you next time. Until then, sip, sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. Take care, Stevies.